Have you ever set a goal and not achieved it? Have you ever had a moment of brilliance, a great idea that was going to change the world and change your life, and then only for you not to do it? And then suddenly things go back to the way they've always been? Well, me too. But I've discovered there's only 5 reasons why we don't achieve the goals we set out to. Just 5 things. Do you want to know what they are? Hi, I'm Kristen and I'm the founder of Next Level Coach Co, where we help professionals and entrepreneurs who are looking to get to that next level in life, whether that's more money, more joy, more fulfillment, more vitality. We help them get there by breaking through their unconscious limiting beliefs and negative attitudes so they can live their best, most fulfilling and joyful lives. We all get excited sometimes about new ideas because, well, they're new, they're exciting, they're ambitious, and we really believe that we're going to do them when we think about them, right? And there could be goals in any area of your life. It could be career, relationships, finance, spirituality, any area really. But all too often, something seems to get in the way, and that fiery ambition cools right down. I had always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I recall when I was about 10 or 11 years old, I had an ambition of building a roller coaster theme park. And it wasn't so much about making all the money, but more about having a place to go that was going to be fun, and a place that I could go, my friends could go, and we could go anytime for free. In fact, the place probably wouldn't have made any money at all because there'd be so many free tickets. But I always had this ambition of having this thing that would inspire people and make me happy and make my friends happy and other people happy. But fast forward a few years, when I was about 16 or 17 years old, a good friend of mine that I went to school with, well, we started up an enterprise. We started up a startup. And that was a business that was selling computers and spare parts. And we started by getting things delivered to the school, and then we'd take them to the people's places that had ordered them. And that was our first go at being an entrepreneur. And I remember when we started that business, we had a goal, and I had a goal of, by the time I was 30, and remember I was 17 at the time, by the time I was 30, I was going to be financially free and never have to work again in my life. Well, go to work, but not have to go to work, if you know what I mean. Why are goals so important? Why do we set them in the first place? What is the purpose of a goal if we don't take any action on it or if we don't achieve it? What I'm about to share with you is super important because it's the secret to understanding why people, and perhaps you, don't achieve their goals. So here's the 5 reasons. Let me draw them up on the board. First reason is fear. Fear is the ultimate obstacle killer, ultimate goal killer. It can be fear of what people think, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of other people's opinions. Fear holds so many people back, including me. And when I think back to that story of running that roller coaster park, or maybe more realistically, that startup enterprise selling computers and spare parts, fear kind of killed that. I mean, by the time I was about 20, 21, 22, I had these great ambitions of building this big company, but then fear started to kick in. Like, what if I'm not going to make it? What if it's going to fail? What will people think? What will people say? So that was the ultimate killer. I mean, then an opportunity popped up for me to go and pursue a corporate career path. That was a great opportunity with a steady paycheck, security of being in a big company. What choice do you think I made? Fear was a big influencer in that decision. So the first point is fear. The second point are limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are the things that you tell yourself that you believe to be true. They might be things like, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have enough experience, I have too much experience, things like that. Any kind of statement that you've said and told yourself so many times over and over that you believe it to be true. It's a belief that's actually limiting you. I've had plenty of these over the years. The most common one really for me has been I'm not good enough or I'm not experienced enough. Like, how can I show people how to do this, or how can I explain to people how to do that if I haven't done it before to the full extent? But they're just limiting beliefs. The third point are negative emotions from the past. Things like anger, sadness, guilt, hurt, any kind of negative emotion from the past. I'm not saying not to feel those, not to experience those, because they're part of the human experience. I mean, they're quite important. But what I am saying here is that if we're holding on to negative emotions from the past, like a lot of anger, or a lot of guilt, a lot of hurt, a lot of any negative emotion from the past, it's actually being stored inside of you and it's consuming a lot of energy. It makes sense, right? If people are so focused on being angry about something, then they can't do anything else. So it's really important that we can let go of these negative emotions from the past to free ourselves up, to feel the lightness, feel the energy, and really go out and set about achieving the goals. If you're all consumed on these negative emotions from the past, it's really going to be a big obstacle that's preventing you from getting to where you want to go. The fourth point are inner conflicts. Inner conflicts are things like part of me feels this and part of me feels that. Part of me wants to go and explore it, but part of me is scared. And these kinds of things can be our unconscious mind and conscious mind fighting with each other and tearing us up from the inside. So there's misalignment inside ourselves, inner conflicts. And the fifth one is the strategy, or perhaps having the right strategy, or perhaps you've had the wrong strategy. I mean, think about it. If you have no fear, there's no limiting beliefs, no negative emotions holding us back, and no inner conflicts, we're fully aligned on where we're going, well, then the only thing left to achieving the goal is having the strategy, and perhaps you've not had the right strategy. Any goal that you can think of, any goal that I can think of, if we get rid of these things and we have the right strategy and we take action on the strategy, we actually focus on it and take action every day, massive action towards that goal, then having the right strategy, having the right people around you, you're going to be able to achieve the goal. I don't care what it is. Does it make sense? Do you agree? The good news is, now that we know that there's these 5 things to deal with, we can do something about it. And the good news is that I have a program just for that, for wiping out the fear, wiping out the limiting beliefs, getting rid of the negative emotions, and creating the alignment and setting up the right strategy. It's a program that I've been through myself, and I can honestly say that without having been through that program, there's no way that I would be standing in front of you direct to camera today, being here, doing this, taking the leaps that I've taken, and being here to share it with you. It's a program that's safe, fun, powerful, and effective, and it has proven results, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. As I might have shared with you previously, I've always been the high achiever, but the person in the background, shying away from the spotlight, getting things done, making a difference, but in the background, never being the center of attention. And that's partly because of these issues. That fear was ruling my life, I had a lot of limiting beliefs, I had some negative emotions from the past, and I had some inner conflicts, and I didn't have the right strategy. But not anymore. So which of these 5 sticks out the most for you? Which one has been holding you back the most? Which one's been blocking you? Now that you're aware of these, what are you going to do about it? What inspiring action are you going to take? I'd love to hear your feedback. Please let me know by commenting below the video. If you're ready to take even more action, you're ready for that inspiring action, then I've got just the program for you. Shortly, I'm going to be opening up registration to my upcoming free webinar. My upcoming webinar is how I crushed my fear and went for it. It's going to be a story and insights about how I've rewired my mind for success and joy and fulfillment, and how I'm taking my life to the next level, and how you can as well. I'm going to cover 3 crucial topics about where you live in your head and what that does for you, your 3 minds, what they are, how they work, and how you can tap into them and unlock the unlimited power that's within you. And the third one is your internal dialogue and internal communication, how what you tell yourself drives your life, and how you can take charge and master your internal communication to master your life. To register for the free webinar, it's at kristenmyers.co/free webinar, and if you sign up today, in the next 24 hours, I'll throw in a bonus for you as well. I can't wait to hear from you. Let me know how you're going to deal with these 5 things in your life, and until next week, inspire yourself and inspire others. Cheers.